Today's headlines are: Pakistan dispatches 300-ton edibles for people of Afghanistan as humanitarian aid. Pak-Afghan Cooperation Forum, PAC, on behalf of the Pakistan government on Sunday dispatched 17 trucks loaded with 300-ton edibles to Afghanistan on humanitarian basis. Briefing media at the Pak-Afghan border. Torkham, Chairman, Pak-Afghan Cooperation Forum, PAC, Habibullah Khan Khattak, said Afghans are our Muslim brothers and neighbors, and we have centuries-old relations with them. He said that the 40 years-long war in Afghanistan ruined the economy, agriculture and administrative infrastructure of the country, and the sudden withdrawal of international aid agencies put the entire population at risk. Habibullah said, last year's drought also added to the miseries of Afghan people who were facing humanitarian crisis. The situation can result into a humanitarian catastrophe if immediate and effective steps are not taken, he added. Khattak further said that Pak-Afghan Cooperation Forum is a trust established to assist Afghan population in the hour of need. We aim not only to provide immediate humanitarian assistance in form of food, medicine and non-food items to the people of Afghanistan, but to help them to stand on their own feet and make their homeland a peaceful, stable and responsible member of global community, Khattak added. Our activity is not limited to coordinate all humanitarian assistance but includes procurement, storage, transportation, and distribution of rations, medicine or shelter for the needy people of Afghanistan, as well as interact with prospective donors and beneficiaries at organizational and individual levels, and undertake any other such assignment that is helpful in rebuilding Afghanistan, said Khattak. With the help of various philanthropists and the government of Pakistan, we have managed to lift 32 tons flour, 6 tons cooking oil, 2 tons medicine through C-130. Gov committed to go ahead with electoral reforms agenda to ensure transparency. The WAD Minister for Information and Broadcasting Qudri Fawad Hassan on Sunday said the government of Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf Committee was committed to move forward with its electoral reforms agenda to hold free, fair, transparent and credible elections utilizing modern technology. Addressing a joint press conference along with Minister for Science and Technology Shibli Farahzhir, he said the Chief Election Commissioner should distance himself from controversial matters as it was requirement of his post, otherwise he should quit and join politics. He said Election Commission of Pakistan, EC, and Chief Election Commissioner, SEC, were two different things, and the government had strong reservations on the conduct of the CEC. Similarly, he said, the opposition should shun narrow-minded approach, and think in the larger national interest. He said the government had given 49 proposals for reforms, and the opposition was neither accepting them, nor bringing their own proposals. The CEC has seemingly decided against the electronic voting machine, EVM, without even considering the report, he said, adding, the CEC scrapped all the supporting arguments in favor of the evidence from the report to rob it of its substance. He said data of Philippines elections was removed from the record, which showed that after introduction of electronic voting system, controversies in election results were reduced. Fawad said in 2007, elections in Philippines, which were held under old paper system, results was complied after several days, whereas in 2010 and 2019 elections held through EVMs, and the results were declared within hours. People's trust on 2007 elections in the Philippines was 35%, while they expressed 75% and 89% satisfaction over results of 2010-2019 respectively. With the introduction of EVM, the election day violence was controlled. Kashmiris to stage big protest when Indian PM Modi addresses Ungor Kashmiris. Pakistanis and their allies from across the world will stage a demonstration outside the United Nations building when Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi addresses the UN General Assembly on September 25 to protest the Indian atrocities in Kashmir and call for the exercise of their UN-pledged right of self-determination. The rally has been organized by the US-based World Kashmir Awareness Forum, and co-sponsored by United States Council of Muslim Organizations, USCNO, Majlis Ash-Shura in New York, ICNA/Council for Social Justice. According to an announcement. Today, the organizers said, the disputed Kashmir region remains illegally occupied by India, with 100,000 civilian lives lost. Under Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Hindu Nationalist Party, conditions have further deteriorated, and Kashmir's limited autonomies have been revoked, they said, adding the region is on the brink of disaster and genocide. The protesters, according to the announcement, will demand immediate lifting of the military occupation, release of all political prisoners, and restoration of communications and internet connectivity for all, halting and rescinding of all laws instituted to accelerate demographic changes and promote the ethnic, cultural and political cleansing of the Kashmiri people, and allowing Kashmiris to exercise their unfettered right of self-determination through a free and fair referendum. Prime Minister Imran Khan, who will address the 193-member Assembly on September 24, is expected to focus on the grave situation in Indian-occupied Jammu and Kashmir and press the world body to grant the people of Kashmir their inalienable right to self-determination. Afghanistan. Climate change top list of issues at UNGOR debate. Imran to address September 24. Afghanistan. Climate change and the coronavirus crisis will dominate discussions at the UN General Assembly's hybrid high-level debate starting Tuesday, in which a large number of world leaders, including Prime Minister Imran Khan, are set to participate, as security is tightened in New York. Despite US requests that member states send recorded messages to curb the spread of the coronavirus, 83 heads of state, 43 prime ministers, 3 deputy prime ministers and 23 foreign ministers are scheduled to address the General Assembly in person. PM Khan will virtually address what is known as the world's biggest diplomatic gathering on September 24, as also the presidents of Iran, Egypt, France, Indonesia, South Africa and Zimbabwe. Each delegation will be permitted to bring up to 7 members to the general debate, including the chief delegate, in the scaled-down 76th session of the 193-member Assembly. COVID-19 had pushed the 75th anniversary session last year online for the first time in UN's history. This year's theme is Building Resilience Through Hope to Recover from COVID-19, Rebuild Sustainability, Respond to the Needs of the Planet, Respect the Rights of People, and Revitalize the United Nations. We will participate actively in the General Assembly session, Pakistan's ambassador to the UN, Munir Akram said in an interview with APP correspondent Iftikhar Ali. Noting that the world confronts multiple challenges: the COVID pandemic, its devastating impact on the economies of developing countries, and ever-growing threat of frequent climate disasters. He said these threats coincide with rising tensions between the great powers, particularly the United States and China, a new arms race and persisting and proliferating conflicts in the Middle East, Africa, South Asia and other regions of the world. NIDA-DA's 93 set Blasters win over challengers. In what was a dress rehearsal for the final, NIDA-DA's fantastic 93 not out saw PCB Blasters to a 2-wicket win over PCB challengers at the National Stadium on the last day of group matches in the Pakistan Cup Women's One Day. The two teams had already secured berths in the final and will face off in a day-night contest on Tuesday at the same venue. All-rounder NIDA later awarded Player of the Match rescued Blasters from a paltry 242 in their pursuit of 149. She smashed 13 fours in her undefeated 117 ball stay at the crease and took her side over the line with 4 overs spare. Noreen Yaqub was the other scorer batter in the innings with 50 ball 21, as all other batters failed to enter double digits. Challengers Wahida Chtar returned 3 for 18, while Pakistan pacer Diana Baig and Anusha Nazi picked up 2 wickets each. Javeria Khan's challengers were rolled out in 49.3 overs after their captain elected to bat after winning the toss. Opener Sidra Amin top scored in the innings with 37, Ball 19, while her fellow opener Feria Mahmood and Sobanese scored 18 each. Blasters Samia Malik took 3 wickets, for 27 runs. Omema Sahale's off-spin accounted for 2 batters, while Nida returned 1 for 18 from 10 overs. PCB Blasters beat PCB Challengers by 2 wickets at National Stadium. PCB Challengers 148 all out, 49.3 overs, Samia Malik 3 to 27, Omema Sahale 2 to 33. PCB Blasters 152 to 8, 46 overs, E. Dadar 9 to 3 not out, Noreen Yakub 21, Wahid Ujtar 3 to 18, Alushanese 2 to 21, Diana Day 2 to 52. Player of the match Nida, Dar Blasters. Ramis asks players to release frustration, anger through performance. Pakistan Cricket Board Chairman Ramis Roger on Saturday asked national players to remain calm and release frustration caused by the New Zealand's irrational and one-sided decision to cancel the series. Whatever frustration and anger you have, release it through your performance. This is the best cure to show the world. When you become a top world side, others will start lining up to play series against you, he said in a video message. There is no need to get disappointed. Everyone will want to play against you. So I want us to learn a lesson from it, and move forward while being strong. I understand that this left square bracket situation right square bracket has put a lot of pressure on left square bracket, both right square bracket, Pakistan's international cricket and cricket at home. But we will do whatever we can, and you will get good news and results in the future, he added. Ramis said, the board was fully at the back of Pakistan team, and it had to become a world-class side, so that it could overcome such challenges with ease, and move forward. Addressing the fans, he asked them to support their team and not to lose hope. I equally share your pain and I hope we'll remain together to take Pakistan cricket forward. Whatever happened was not good for Pakistan cricket. This is an unfortunate scenario as we were not expecting it. We have experienced such situations in the past too, but we have always moved forward. We challenge the world on the basis of our fight to survive. We will once again challenge the world, he added. Ramis said Pakistan would soon come out of the situation. If we are not coming out of it left square bracket, quickly right square bracket, even then we have so much resilience, confidence and courage. People rejected opposition's narrative in CB polls. Katak Defence Minister Pervez Katak Sunday said that people have rejected the narrative of opposition in the recent cantonment board's elections and asked all opposition parties to field a joint candidate against him in the forthcoming polls to test their popularity. Addressing a public gathering organised after clean sweep of PTI in CB polls at Rizalpa, he said that the so-called popular political parties like PPP, PML-N and Jamaat Islam even failed to obtain double figures of votes in Nowshera cantonment. The celebrations organised on Kachi ground was attended by thousands of PTI workers, but was also addressed by MNA Dr. Imran Khattak, PTI District President MPA Idris Khattak, MPA Ibrahim Khattak and newly elected CB members including Engineer Walker, Arangs Mamand, Sajid Fahim Mashwa, Ni, and others. The defense minister said the people of Nowshera have always stood by him, saying few conspirators cannot compete him. He said those who were threatening for resignations should tender their resignation. He said that he has always liked competition, and went on to say that Dr. Imran Khattak has secured 80,000 votes from the constituency and over 130 villages gave them their mandate. Similarly, he said, he himself had obtained over 70,000 votes in Not 25, and won all 5 provincial assembly constituencies from the district. Pervez Khattak said Prime Minister Imran Khan has waged a 25 years long struggle against corruption, and opposition could not deviate him from his agenda. He said the PTI would hold all thieves and plunderers accountable. He said that very soon Prime Minister Imran Khan would visit Nowshera, where the latter would be welcomed by millions of people. He said that he had always believed in contest and will face them alone in the forthcoming elections. Thanks for watching Newsi 24/7. For more news visit our website on www.newsi247.tv or follow us on Twitter, YouTube and Facebook.